Hello, welcome to Stretford Paddock. I'm joined by Stephen Howson. You all right? Oh, yeah, it's all right. For the three-point preview for Man United against LASK, LASK.
I don't usually say it like this.
No. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, as weird as these new seats are, by the way.
We've got new seats as of yesterday, and we've got used to them already, but Stephen's using them for the first time. He's just putting them through their paces. He leaned over to get Snickers off his desk, leant on two legs, almost snapped the thing in half. But United are facing...
True story.
Unknown would be almost a kind way
Not
to
really.
describe it.
I don't think they're that unknown.
LASK?
I mean, I don't know.
Right, that's what I mean. But for us,
someone knows.
I'm not saying that United had never heard of them, but I can't really claim to know much about them. I know that they're top of the Austrian league.
Yeah.
I think they're 6 points clear of Leipzig, who have been everyone's favourite little team this season until Haaland left, and then no one cares about them anymore.
Salzburg, Red Bull Salzburg.
Salzburg, sorry. You get your Red Bulls mixed up. It's the same thing, innit?
I do.
Yeah, when you have 10 a day, I suppose it's hard to remember specific Red Bull, isn't it?
Sometimes.
But they're beating Salzburg in the league. I think they won or came second in the league last year. Do you want to know a nice little stat?
Give me a nice little stat.
They came second in the league last year, which granted them qualification for the Champions League. Oh no, or maybe they won the league. Either way, they got qualification for the Champions League knockouts.
Here's a stat, sort of.
Qualifiers. Guess who they played to and lost in those qualifiers to get put into Europa League?
Club Brugge.
Correct. Yeah. Ruined it, you already know. But interesting, because that's who United beat in the last round.
Also, this manager has got something bananas, like an 86% win ratio.
That's too many wins.
That's a lot of wins.
Because you shouldn't have any more than, what is Solskjaer's?
52?
Shouldn't be any higher than that, don't need to be. But it's an exciting game. Do you think we're going to see some big hitters playing? Pogba's still injured by the looks of things. There were rumours yesterday he might be fit, but he didn't train today. Dallow's also not trained today, which is, I feel, he struggles to be fit, doesn't he? And Lingard didn't train as well today, so I don't think we'll see any of those three.
Lingard, I think, might have I'm in the doghouse-itis, which is a couple have suffered from. To be honest, I really don't know how we're going to line up. I would love to say someone like Ethan Laird's going to be involved, but there's no way Solskjaer's going to be putting in anything other than a very strong team into this.
Yeah, I think we've got to.
Not 100% strong, but very strong.
I think we'll see a bit of rotation. I think we'll come to our predicted 11 in a little bit, but yeah, I think the injuries that we've got won't really affect the team. I think he's going to sort of go above those sorts of players anyway. Coming into the game, then obviously United have 10 games unbeaten, and one of
them. It's all right, isn't it?
Yeah, really good. 3 draws in that time. Only 2 goals conceded. One of which was against Bruges.
Is that since Burnley?
Since Burnley, yeah. One of which was against Bruges, but we ended up winning the tie, so it doesn't really count so much.
It's half time. It's like it's like drawing at half time.
Yeah, exactly.
It shouldn't really count, but obviously it does.
And do you think that? Do you think he cares? Obviously, you don't want to lose this game, but let's say we lose 2-1 or 3-2 or something, a relatively strong position, even though you've lost, which is a bit weird. Do you think Solskjaer would rather play a bit more defensive and sort of counter-attacking and not risk this losing streak, or do you think it doesn't matter really?
I think he probably quite enjoys the amount of clean sheets we've been getting.
Yeah, me too.
I think if you was going to get a bad result in this game, something like 0-0 might be on the cards. And might be on the cards anyway if he doesn't play Bruno.
I think a 0-0 is actually relatively favourable for LASK as well. Like, keeping a clean sheet at home in Europe is so important.
Yeah.
Because it basically means every goal you score after that is doubled.
Yeah, kind of. But
1.5.
It means more. Like, if you then come to Old Trafford and score the first goal, now we're in the shit.
Yeah.
Now we've really got a ramp up.
I would actually rather, I said this in the last time, I would rather lose 2-1 away than draw 0-0 away. Because you're still going to basically go out if you don't win. Because unless it's 0-0 at home, but if it's a score draw, you're out. But you get that impetus of, we lost the first round, we need to step it up. Whereas if it's 0-0, you think all we have to do is win. And actually, if you draw, you're out.
Yeah, we've had that in we've had that in the past.
Yeah, exactly. So moving on to LASK then. You said they're not an unknown. Go on then. What do you know about them?
No, they're not unknown to everybody.
Oh, right. Okay.
I mean, obviously they're doing bits in the Austrian League. I know the Austrian League's not one of the big 5 leagues in Europe.
No.
It is one that sort of gets pinched, especially that Salzburg team gets pilfered. There's a lot of good players that have come out of that team. It must be a pretty decent league. I don't know much about these, but I know that they're not to be sniffed at. No. Let's be honest. No one was scared of them in the draw, but you can't be totally dismissive of them, especially as you think that we're probably going to rotate at least slightly. coming into this.
Yeah.
I would expect like a 75% United team in this.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you? I think we'll bring up, again, like I said, we'll bring up our team as before. Looking at some of their players, João Klaus is their kind of top scorer of the season, 17 goals in 36 matches, which is pretty impressive for any sort of standard. Like I said, they're top of the league. They're used to winning, and they've won 4 of the last 5 in the league.
Good form.
Like I said, 6 points clear of Salzburg. I just
there's teams in there that we've played before. Vienna, Rapid Vienna,
Sturm Graz as well. We've played before.
There's teams in there that we've faced and not always just dealt with.
No,
I think you've got to respect them for being in this far in the knockout stage of the league. But you've also got to say this United team should beat them.
Yeah. And do you think this playing behind closed doors is going to have any effect?
Maybe.
If you had to predict which way that would, do you think it helps us or helps them, if anyone?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if our players are too used to playing in front of 70,000.
That's a good point.
Their players are used to, they only hold 6,000 their home ground.
Something like that, yeah.
That's essentially an away end. So, I don't know. Is it weirder to play in front of no one?
Or do they lose their home advantage by not having their fans there? Yeah, it's hard to know, isn't it? Should we have a look at our predicted 11 then?
Awkward, that, isn't it? Just like...
It must be weird.
You can hear every word Solskjaer says.
Yeah, literally you can just shout to the players or just talk to
On
them.
the far side. Yeah, mate, tuck in.
Yeah,
what?
that is
I said
weird,
tuck
isn't
in.
it?
Oh, I never used to hear you.
I wonder when the last time, who would it be? Like Juan Mata played a game in front of less than 20,000 people? 10 years? 12 years?
Yeah,
15 years?
I don't recall him playing in the reserves either, so...
No? Insane. Right, so here's the team then. Can you see that from there?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So we've got Romero, again, Wan-Bissaka, who I thought maybe could do with a break, not because he looks like leggy or anything, but just because he plays every week. But, as we said, Diogo Dalot not trained today, so probably won't be playing tomorrow. Then we've got Maguire. Solskjaer said against Derby, wasn't it, that he would have played if it weren't for that injury. Like, he's basically going to play him in every game now, so I think he's relatively certain. I've gone for Axel in there. It could be Eric Bailly, but I've gone for Axel just because he's been in a few of the matchday squads recently. He played in the...
Yeah, he came on, didn't he, against City.
Yeah.
Maybe now's the time to step him up. Or maybe he does Bailly for 60 and Axel for 30 because he's a little bit further ahead.
Yeah.
But I think that's it's doable.
Fair enough. And I've gone for Luke Shaw at the back.
Definitely think it'll be Williams.
You think? See, I thought that, but I thought he struggled away at Bruges. I thought that was a rare poor game from him against Bruges away.
Test him?
Yeah, maybe test him. That could go either way, that one. I wasn't sure on that one. And then midfield, McTominay, he didn't start against City. I think he's pretty much set to start. We've got Pereira in there as well, holding.
I'm sure a lot of the commenters are going to moan about that, but like you're still going to have to rotate in and out.
We saw Lingard and Pereira play against Bruges, didn't we? So you'd think that one of them is going to play. And then we've got Greenwood, Bruno and Mata in behind Ighalo. I think Solskjaer likes Mata and Bruno together. I think Greenwood's due a start, and I think Ighalo's almost certain to start.
I think it'll be Ighalo.
Yep.
I think it might be Mata in the middle, and I think it might be Chong on the left after signing.
Okay, yeah. No Bruno then?
No.
Okay, really? Do you think? I think we'll struggle to make chances without him.
Yeah, and I don't care.
Okay.
I think you keep him for the weekend and you make him have a massive impact against Spurs.
Yeah.
And really go for it against Spurs. I think, yes, we might struggle to create chances, but if you've got Bailly or Axel and Maguire and Wan-Bissaka and McTominay, you shouldn't concede. And obviously Romero in net, so you shouldn't concede.
No.
You're going to have Mata, Greenwood, Ighalo, and Chong. And I'm not sure Chong's got a proper future at United. I know he's recently signed his deal, but I would go with that as a starting 11 and see how it does.
And it's interesting as well because I know we create less chances, but it's not like we never scored before we brought Fernandes. No, like we should still be able to get a goal against this side.
I'd be putting some right cash on Ighalo to score.
Yeah.
He's looked great since he came.
He has looked really good. And what was it, 3 goals in a week last week? Thursday to Thursday, he got 1 goal and then 2 goals. So, yeah, I think he's almost starting to play.
I think you'll find he's one on the pitch, mate.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, that's the good thing about him, isn't it? People were saying before about how, like, players need more than just, to be fans and be happy playing to play for United. They need to be quality. But the fact that he is a fan has endeared the fans to him immediately, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
And given him surely so much more confidence.
We might have a bit of a squad for the watch-along as well.
Oh, yeah. Can we announce that or not really?
Yeah, fuck it.
Really?
And if they won't, we'll just say we never said it.
Okay.
We've got Anna McCullough and Jay Motti from Full Time Devils joining me and Joe.
That's going to be fun, isn't it?
Good team, that, isn't it?
Great little team. Do we get any food? We get any food?
Maybe get some wings.
We'll get some chicken wings. Anything I can eat? Fish wings.
You can eat the box.
I'll eat some kibble. Sam G just says, Steve and Joe, the MEN have just announced Martial, Jesse and Aaron Wan-Bissaka aren't on the flight. So assuming that's correct, that obviously changes our fullback
Maybe
position.
it's Brandon at right.
Or do you think he would get a game at right back over Ethan Laird?
Has Ethan travelled?
That's a good point. Has Ethan travelled? Can someone let us know in the comments?
I'll text Ethan and find out if he's travelled.
Ighalo is a bit of a poacher, gets in good positions. Yeah, I think we'll see that.
I'd love to see Ethan given an opportunity, to be honest.
Yeah, me too. I think he's looked really good in the first time he's played.
He's so fucking good.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I was saying to you guys, you'll like Williams, right? And Williams has made people go, oh my fucking God. Laird's better than Williams. I've got no qualms whatsoever saying it.
Do you think, though, I mean, it is just looking, it's just when you come through and where you come through, but the fact that Wan-Bissaka seems to be on the incline and his attacking, stats and output is getting better as well, it's just so unfortunate for Laird that he's behind him, isn't it?
The way he's been rolling with this three at the back, Wan-Bissaka on the right-hand side of the three at the back, I think is an improvement on Shaw on the left-hand side of a three at the back. And then you can put someone like Laird who can definitely do both to the side of him. It's not drama. I think Laird's mature enough to probably go on loan somewhere for the full season next year anyway.
Yeah, I think there's a few that need that. I think Chong's in that bracket as well, where it's are you getting enough games? Garner's, I
mean, Levitt should be going to the Euros. He should be.
He was close to getting a Wales cap at the start of the season, wasn't
Should have had it, yeah. Should have had it.
Sam's saying that Ethan hasn't travelled. Here's the confirmed squad. So we've got Romero, Bishop, Williams, Lindelof, Maguire, Shaw, Twanzebe, Bailly, Gomez, Pereira, Matic, McTominay, Fernandez, Fred, Mata, Greenwood, James, Chong, Ighalo. So Dallo didn't travel, Martial didn't travel, Lingard didn't travel. Who are playing at right back? Brandon Williams, I guess.
Williams, yeah, it's going to be Williams and Shaw, I think.
I don't know much about Bishop. What is that? That's the backup goalkeeper.
It's the keeper,
So yeah, it's going to be a makeshift side, I think. I'm glad that Fernandez is travelling. He'll definitely maybe come off the bench like we saw against Bruges in the first leg. But it's going to be a tricky game. Do you want to give us a score prediction before we go?
Ooh. I'm going to say a 1-0 smash and grab United. That'd be a good result.
I think that'd be a really good result. I think we'll see a similar sort of languid performance that we saw against Bruges. A few people saying this isn't good enough, that kind of thing. But I, to be fair, I wouldn't be surprised if it was 1-1 again. Same, basically a mirror image of the Bruges game. That's what I'm thinking. Who's Bishop? Goalkeeper. I hope Matic starts so Fred and McTominay can start against Tottenham.
He's not in the squad, is he? Yeah, he's in the squad.
Matic is in the squad. I don't think Matic will start. I think he'll be saved for the Tottenham game. But yeah.
But European experience? He might not be the worst shout. He might go McTominay and Matic and just shut them down.
It's a very strong defensive lineup, that, isn't it, if he does? Roma and Getafe refusing to travel this season will see it become null and void. Yeah, have you seen that? Roma can't play Sevilla because they're not allowed to leave. Or they're choosing not to. I think they're not allowed to.
Dad was supposed to be on Rome at weekend.
You're not allowed in, are you?
Nope, they cancelled this thing. It said that you can have your money back or you can go to an alternative destination if you want.
Good luck. Right, thank you very much for joining us at home. We're going to be back in a little bit, actually. 10 o'clock tonight for Late Night Live. It's going to be a fun one, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're all fun ones. Don't know anything about. And then tomorrow, we're going to be back. Like I said, we've got the watch-along, we've got the team news, we've got the review. Plenty of stuff going on tomorrow, isn't there? Be sure to tune in,
lads. It's going to be a good fun. And maybe
really
we'll get some chicken wings. Oh, can I get smashed? Can I get smashed on rum?
Yeah, you can.
No, I don't think I can.
Why? You got to drive home?
Yeah, it makes the drive home far too interesting.
It does. Anyway, right, thank you very much for joining us at home. Like I said, be back at 10 o'clock tonight for Late Night Live, and we'll see you in a bit.